Hello everyone, today we are going to talk with Aliaksandr Haretski about prostate. Could you please tell us what type of organ it is?
First of all, it is a male organ which can't be found in women's body. It's purely a male thing.
Yes, but women can help, so they may want to learn more about it.
Yes, they can help a lot, but only men suffer from abnormalities, as prostate growth can affect only men. The problem is that the prostate gland is placed in the area which is hard to treat. It's a lower part of the body which this can be found just below the bladder, and its location makes it really hard to cure. Why it causes so many problems? The most common prostate problems are caused by inflammation. That is the main cause. There are no other causes we know of. It starts with infection and develops certain problems depending on how you deal with this infection. You either encounter a small or a big problem which can last years or can be cured very fast. Speaking from my own experience, I can tell you that I had that problem. When I was 25, I went hunting on a cold winter day. It was freezing cold, and after spending the night in the forest, I got really cold. I think I was lucky that I didn't end up with more serious health problems but prostate instead. I was treated for a year trying to get rid of inflammation, but nothing seemed to work. Many renowned doctors looked after me with no result. It turned out that methods used in conventional medicine couldn't really cure inflammation of my prostate gland. There was no chance to do it with the methods they used, so I decided to do my own research that would help to fight off the inflammation but also prevent recurrence. One of the solutions I found was sake mud, which I started to apply directly into the anus in the form of mud tampons. Till this day I have no issues with prostate, and I think the problem vanished for good. I use it every now and then as a preventive measure and am sure it helps to remove all problems. Let me explain further where the problems occur. Please take a look at these illustrations. This is how a healthy prostate gland looks like in a normal state. It has a visible two parts with urethral canal, this line right here in the middle. And this right here is the bladder. When everything is working just fine, then the urethra drains urine from the bladder. There is no problem and the prostate functions properly. Its main role isn't too big tough, it is to transmit prostate fluid, one of the components of semen. Actually, it allows the organism to work properly. First of all, if the organ gets inflamed, infection occurs. It can then be very painful for the man it affects. Secondly, it is very unpleasant experience, to tell you the truth, not only in prostate part but also in your testicles or urethra. There might be a huge problem. It will also cause the bladder pain and dysfunction because, as you can see, it's all connected. The urethral canal will get squeezed, blocking the urine flow. The bladder is constantly full and the urinary tract, as you can see, is completely obstructed. The muscles squeeze it really hard to enable urine flow out of the bladder, yet a lot of it is still blocked. As a result, you go to the toilet 10, 20 times a day in order to empty your bladder, which is all the time filled with urine. Additionally, bladder stones may develop and as a result create even more problems such as kidney dysfunction, for example. The whole urinary tract and reproductive system can get obstructed. There's then a situation when the circulation in entire urine and reproductive systems are affected because if kidneys don't function properly, then the blood flow is reduced. So, as you can see, this is very important. Even though it's small, it can cause serious health issues. Prostate infection cannot be cured with antibiotics. Why? It is simply because the structure of this gland resembles a sponge and there is not enough blood. Which could be passed through and kill the bacterial infection. The immune system can't reach this art to fight it out.
So in other words, there's no blood circulation in this area.
Yes, no circulation. There is no enough circulation that would sweep this away, so the inflammation continues to develop. There are many antibiotics which are prescribed by doctors, but they can't reach the prostate in the limited blood flow. There is a visible infection. The gland is segmented, which enables the medicine to be absorbed.
There is no blood flow.
There is no blood circulation. Look, when the urinary tract is squeezed, the veins become obstructed too. There is very little blood being delivered. The infection can't be healed and it becomes worse with time, with day and month. People treat the infection with antibiotics, many types of medication, but forget to treat the entire body. What's the reason for that? They don't use the right methods. First of all, prostate muscles should be properly massaged. We need to manipulate the muscles. As you know, the massage stimulates the correct flow of blood and lymph vessels, enhancing circulation and boosting the immune system. Our traditional medicine completely ignores that. European Union and Poland banned manual therapy for massaging the prostate. In Russia, Ukraine, Belarus and China, it's quite the opposite. Manual treatment procedures are recommended and doctors are taught how to do them properly.
So it's a normal part of life. Doctors do it. Members of family do it.
All families do it and doctors do it. It's an absolutely natural form of therapy, a treatment. I think every single family member should be trained on how to do it. Each wife should know how to do it. Each month she should give her husband a prostate massage, just as a preventive measure. This way a man can stay healthy. It's easy to massage that part.
Perhaps you could tell us how to diagnose the prostate gland, including the symptoms.
Well, pain is the first symptom. Any painful or unpleasant condition connected with irritation, pain in testicles or urinary tract should alert us. Pain with urine, inability to urinate or need to urinate frequently. You get up very often at night. These are the most common symptoms showing us that something is not right.
So when we visit a doctor and undergo a prostate exam, which means that a doctor puts his finger in and examines this part, what does he see?
When a physician performs a rectal examination, they will feel the gland is enlarged. A healthy gland is straight and soft. Its normal size is small.
And soft.
Yes, soft as sponge. You won't even feel it there. But if the pain occurs, it's then enlarged. It sticks out and is hard as a bone.
So it literally feels like a sponge or a bone.
Yes, you can feel it well enough, no problem. You either feel a bone or a sponge. You can tell the difference. It's very easy to test that. Actually, everyone can perform the examination. Most of the people think of massage as something unreal, something to be ashamed of, and something unpleasant or taboo. Did you know that monks which live in Tibet are trained already in childhood to do a massage? They are trained from the very beginning how to massage the prostate, self-massage, actually. That can be done by yourself. Mind that these are the people who don't have sex, and as you know, sex activates the prostate, It pulsates during sexual intercourse, that means orgasm. So, when you don't have sex, there's no orgasm, then your prostate doesn't move, the muscles don't squeeze and the prostate fluid becomes stagnant. The blockage in these two parts is the reason why the fluid won't come out. Since it stays there for a long time, it can go bad, so in future it may lead to prostate infection, to chronic prostatitis. So you have two options: give yourself prostate massage very often or have regular sex.
You can choose.
Yes, you can choose, but of course if you already have prostate inflammation, then sex is not enough. You also need a manual treatment. The massage is actually very simple. Just put your finger inside your anus, but first use the lubricated glove. Put some oil and rub the muscle. The massage should last from 5 to 10 minutes. It should be enough, and trust me, it's very good for your health. A self-massage is also very easy to do. You do the same thing in a sitting position, like this. You put your finger inside your anus and massage. It's not as effective though, since the thumb is shorter than the index finger. When doing a massage using the normal finger, you actually can reach the place, otherwise you can't reach as far.
So the best way is to give a massage before having sex, then when you have an orgasm it doubles the effect.
Yes, absolutely. Once you massage the muscle, the infected pus, as you can see, will be pushed out the canal. This way we're actually getting rid of the infection. It stays right here. When you have no orgasm, there is no way to push this out. The infection will linger in these little canals. So this means you need to take an action. That's one thing. Another thing is that the canal you see right here,
the urinary tract.
Urinary tract will also be infected. It definitely needs to be disinfected too. Otherwise the therapy will not work. I use a lot of different treatment methods which are really effective. They help to fight with the issues like these. We detoxify with the substance we created basing on herbs and cleanse the urinary tract. It's a very crucial step, without which the infection will stay in the prostate. If you massage, it's gone. If don't massage, it will definitely be there. The best medicine to cure any kind of inflammation that is scientifically proven to work with 99% of inflammation cases. It's used for both male and female urinary and reproductive tract infections. Is therapeutic sake mud. You can apply sake mud into your anus. It infiltrates to this little part and creates an environment for healing the prostate. Additionally, it is absorbed by the large intestine, and as a result the whole organism benefits from its healing properties. I can say it's a natural medicine number one, a very powerful one. Of course, there are many other natural remedies you can use in parallel. You must also remember about so-called preventive healthcare. It's very important. For example, you can use propolis suppositories from honeybee. I prepared a special presentation for today to show you how to make natural suppository blends by yourself. You can make special tampons that can heal a man and bring a huge relief and prevent the problem. To be honest, the conventional medicine doesn't know how to cure prostate diseases. Doctors refuse to literally treat the prostate. The specialists claim that prostate problems are incurable and they prescribe medications that don't really work. I think it's a lie, and of course prostate diseases can be cured. You just need to know what the steps are, what to do and how to do it right. Don't take pharmaceutical drugs as they are very toxic and can only do harm, and you may end up having even more health problems. Your liver stops working when taking drugs. It's like eating the same soup every day. I don't understand how people can take the same medication every single day. For me, it's a pure misunderstanding.
Okay, so let's now move on to the presentation and show me how to produce the ointment you talked about.
These are all the necessary ingredients that we need to make a remedy that will cure prostate diseases. First of all, I will talk about therapeutic sake mud. It looks like big black pulp. You now need a big syringe. Fill the syringe with mud. This is 60 milliliters syringe and I think it's enough. Place syringe in warm water, 40 degrees Celsius. The syringe should reach the maximum temperature of 38 degrees Celsius, not more than 38. The mud itself should have between 30 and 38. Then apply it into your anus. Everyone can do it. You can do it yourself. You can repeat the treatment every day, 10 to 20 treatments. You can also apply it every second day or 2 days in a row and then 1 day break. It's proven to cure the inflammation in 99% of the time.
I understand that we first should perform an enema before applying the mud?
You can do it. You can do an enema or not. It's not necessary. It's up to you, really. This remedy is truly amazing. So this is remedy number 1. What should we do next is...
I have a question. Where can we buy sake mud?
Well, you can buy it in Crimea, in Saki. There are many health spas in Saki that use rehabilitation mud treatments and sell the mud. There is even one renowned rehabilitation center that uses the mud all the time. You can also get it in Russia or Ukraine. It used to be sold in Poland. There was one big importer of the mud. Currently there is a big problem with importing the mud, as at the moment European Union banned imports of goods originating in Crimea, so you can't buy it, which is a shame. I think it inhibits the supply of the mud to Poland. I myself would like to sell it, but I can only use it for my own purposes. I can't sell it. It will be possible to buy it only if the European Union amends its embargo on Crimea. It only then be possible for me to sell the mud, but not at the moment. The supplies I have are only for own usage. Now, what's next? I have some more important things to show you which I think should be used obligatory. I mentioned before about massaging the prostate. It is also possible to use an electric medical device to perform the massage, a kind of electrostimulation. It's a small device which can be easily bought online. I personally bought it directly from the supplier. This electric stimulator is easy to use. You just slowly insert the massager into the anus. It uses electrical pulses to stimulate your prostate. The prices of different size electrostimulators range from 50 to 200 zlotys. So it's not very expensive to buy such a device. The equipment is very helpful. The electrical pulses stimulate the prostate, fight off infection, and can give you a big relief.
We can see the electrodes right here.
Yes, these are the electrodes. You plug it in here and go through electrostimulation. The electromagnetic field it creates makes it a form of magnetic therapy, which is very good. It's a great thing and highly recommend using it. This should be used as a prevention by those who aren't sick yet and should be obligatory for those who already are. Let's continue. Another important device. There's something called a catheter. Urinary catheters come in two types. One with antimicrobial ointments inside the tube and the ones without it. In that case, you must place it yourself. I personally use a special disinfectant which activates antimicrobial agent that activate and reduce infections and drain the bladder really well.
Jak aktywował, on mikrodoza тут jest i bardzo dobrze wstawiaється przewód moczowy i do pH, żeby to dać tam dezynfekcję i do tego daється
szczykawka. A syringe comes with it as well.
Do szczykawki już jest ciekawe rzeczy, co my to wkładamy.
I use 60 milliliter syringe to apply the disinfectant. This is enough to apply inside. The piece of advice I can give you on what to do and how to prepare a disinfectant at home you may use is to add 1 to 2 milliliters of propolis.
Można zrobić, dać od 1 do 2 mililitrów propolusa.
This is a good thing. You can also use a tincture made from greater celandine. Use alcoholic extract, 1 to 2 milliliters of vodka should be fine.
Też na wódki, tam na spirytusu, тут na wódki, i też od 1 do 2 mililitrów.
So the extract is 1 to 2 milliliters and the rest of that would be water?
No, you didn't understand me. Let me explain once again. We use this type of a small syringe with propolis which is already used in the form of spirit and water solutions, so we don't need to use additional spirit.
We only apply the 2 ml syringe with propolis.
Greater Calendan tincture is made of vodka, but propolis is made of spirit. You shouldn't mix vodka with bee pollen. Another good disinfectant is comfrey decoction. It's really good for bladder problems.
Też bardzo dobre. Отвар живокосту. Napar żywokostу też można dawać. Też bardzo dobrze, żeby działał na pęcherz. Także ja wam powiedział
I gave you many examples of what you can do to heal prostate and other health issues as well.
Ale jeszcze innym ludziom, którzy mają problemy z pęcherzem.
Women who experience urinary tract infections and bladder infections can use it too. Urinary catheters, syringes. It's for everybody.
How much of comfrey decoction do we need to apply? The big or small syringe?
The big one. The 60 milliliters one. Once you prepare decoction, cool and strain, and it's ready to apply.
Tak, żeby był czyściutki, odstajął się, bo później przycedził. No i dał od razu otwar tu.
To prepare propolis disinfectant, mix propolis with boiled cool water.
I dajesz to.
You probably wonder why it's good to apply the 2 ml of propolis in spirit. Well, the spirits itself is an amazing disinfectant and has good antiseptic qualities. Applying vodka or spirit, you don't have to worry whether the water is polluted or not. Alcohol will disinfect the water. It's 100% proven. Second thing is that the remedies that are based on spirit enable the tissues and organs to absorb the antiseptic properties of spirit completely. I would say that spirit is one of the best ancient remedies that has been used to heal people. So please use it from time to time. I'd like to tell you what can be used for disinfection.
First, could you please tell us a little bit more about the procedure that facilitates direct drainage of the urinary bladder? How should we use urinary catheters? Do we have to make sure that no air gets inside before placing a catheter?
Not necessarily. I wouldn't really worry about that. Whatever stays in, goes out as well. Blood would be dangerous, but not there. Use the big syringe to apply disinfectant into the catheter.
So when inserting a catheter we must gain access to the bladder and its contents, yes?
Yes, of course. We can all do it, trust me. I know that most of you think it's impossible. The reason I'm showing you all this is because I want you to learn how to insert a urinary catheter by yourself. Everybody can learn that. It's not only for professional use. You can do it too. You shouldn't be ashamed of it. Just don't be afraid of it. Now I'm going to show you how you can make suppositories at home. These are really good remedies for prostate diseases. They are also very good for females and help to treat reproductive tract infections they suffer from very often. It helps to restore the proper bacterial flora, fight off various vaginal infections, and get rid of many problems. To make this remedy we are going to use very simple quality ingredients, as you can see. We will then apply these inside the body. So, the first ingredient we will use is milk oil. If you want, you can use a different kind of oil. It's really up to you. It's not a problem. I don't weigh things and do it intuitively. As I said earlier, this should be enough. Everything by heart. So I pour 100 grams. More or less, it doesn't matter. Then I use 60 milliliters of the eye drops that I make myself. It's got a very good ingredient, namely greater celandine and honey, which are one of the components of that remedy have strong healing qualities. So I add this as well. Next thing we are going to need is some butter. This must be of good quality. Now we blend all the ingredients together. Now once we achieve the good mixture, we can add propolis. Look how dark it is.
Propolis для таких целей, я даю, zobaczcie, jaki on ciemny, to
This is 50% propolis. Normally we can buy 5% or 10% propolis. This one is 50% of spirit and 50% of bee glue. That's how it's professionally made. 50-50. Because of that, it's a very powerful thing. I add 100 milliliters of this liquid. Okay, this should be enough. It's ready. Now let me explain what to do with it. This liquid is practically ready to use. It's a very good home remedy for prostate. Women can apply it to their vaginas as well. What way? I was exploring various natural treatment options and I produced various tampons. I noticed that the liquid I produced is not that thick and is not as hard as the traditional suppositories, which have a harder. It's simply impossible to make them harder with the mentioned ingredients. It would be impossible to apply the liquid we achieved, as it would definitely leak out, unless you freeze it as an ice cube. So I came up with a very simple idea. Take a small syringe and fill it with the liquid, just like that. You can fill it in half or make it full if you want. This way you can produce a good amount of these, store them in a bag. You put them into frigent.
We freeze them, right?
Sure. They can be stored either in the fridge or the freezer, as you wish, and this is it. Truly amazing thing. I have just shared with you some of my secret remedies that most people don't know about. The reason for that is I remember when I had problems with prostate myself. It was a truly unpleasant experience. So if you really care about your health, you should use the methods I told you about. But if you are too lazy to do it, you will be sick.
So to sum up, what is the purpose of that remedy?
As you can see, the ingredients are now starting to break down, so you need to remember to blend it from time to time to keep a proper structure and quickly fill the syringes. To answer your question, it can treat various infections. Enabling the organism to fight off the inflammation is one thing, as it already exists. The cells are damaged and they need to be nourished. Many doctors usually forget about supplying the affected organ with the food.
I ni jeden lekarz nie myśleć o tym, żeby to odżywić ten organ, który już uszkodzony. Tu jest składnik.
That's why I use butter, since it provides cells with a great amount of energy.
Który daje
It boosts the
dużo
cells.
energii komórkom. Faktycznie daje dużo energii. Dalej,
Spirit and propolis energize the organ and get rid of all infections. The oil, on the other hand, is great for
dużo
liver.
energii i faktycznie zlikwidowuje wszystkie stany zapalne. Olej bardzo dobrze działa na wątrobę.
Anytime health problems occur, the liver should be of our main concern.
Działania, które jest w organizmie, oni powinny być, my powinny dbać o wątrobie. Także my powinny dać mikroelementy, które powinny działać na wątrobę, żeby ona pracowała też bardzo dobrze. Składnik
Honey and greater celandine are the components of the eye drops. Greater celandine has strong anti-cancer qualities and has very strong antiseptic properties, just as propolis does. You can double the effect of these properties if you combine them together. This is a remarkable natural health bomb which helps to fight with all infections. Of course, in my practice I very often use very strong ingredients, much stronger than I shown. However, the things I have showed you should really be enough to restore your health. There is no excuse. If you want to treat your prostate, all these ingredients are available and you can easily buy them anywhere.
So you don't sell that remedy, do you?
Nope, I only prepare it for myself and my patients, so please do not contact me to ask if I sell it because I don't.
Thank you so much.
Goodbye.